This is for my trigger guards. I made this years ago. I use it to make my long rifle trigger guard. It's actually two pieces of 1-inch boat shaft, and this can be moved back to make a wide guard for a double set trigger or together for the single trigger. And the tang part goes into here to bend, and then it slips under here, and then the bow part will be bent across here. Then this one will be bent out back here to fit the stock, and I'll make that out of 1/8 inch by 1 inch. It's flat steel bar stock. So I made a cardboard piece, 1 inch wide, 8 inches long, and I've got this for the front tang down to 1/2 inch wide and 2 inches long. And when that's in steel, it'll be heated up red hot and bent at right angles on this part. And then that will go in here, and that'll be bent around this part. So I'm going to mark where I want it to end, the bow to end here, and the rest of this will be the back tang that will be bent to the shape of the stock. So now I got to mark this section of the bow. So I want the widest part. The widest part about here. Maybe from here. Then I want to go down here, I want to go back to 1/2. I'll probably wind up cutting this down to 3/8 later. And this I might do some file work in here. I might make a spearhead, arrowhead up here, and I'll probably have a retaining screw here, and here there'll be a retaining screw back here. I'll probably swoop this in, but right now I just want to get here for my bow. That'll work, and I'll cut this with the scissors, and when I lay it on my stock, I'll just turn it over to get both sides so they'll both be the same. I'm just marking this freehand because there's going to be a lot of grinding and filing done on it until it's just the way that I want it. And go 1/4 inch here. I'm going to lay the center lines on the metal and then trace around this and turn it over and trace around that and put my design on the metal and cut it out with a hacksaw, grinder and files, and I'll be ready to bend. Well, I'll work for a basic blank, get something bent, then I'll finish it when I'm mounting it on the gun, take its final shape. So I'm going to make another one. It's easy to make two. I'll probably wind up making 2 guns. Maybe I'll make another case set. file, work on my trigger guards, filing all these areas down, blending them in, and filing an angle on the tang areas for inletting. So it's wedge shaped and goes in tighter. And I'm using it's actually a rat tail file for sharpening chainsaws to file these little notches here. So I'm going to do the spearhead, arrowhead type finials on these. So I'm going to cut this down and kind of swoop it in, because it's I did that on my long rifle trigger guard, and it turns out that it's traditional for these early pistols to use the spearhead arrowhead finials. So that's what I'm doing now, getting these filed out. Then I'll be filing the sides here, the bow out to like a center line here, and this area in the front I'm going to bevel 45-degree angle down to halfway, and part back here I'm going to round over halfway, 1/16 of an inch. So it'll be a 1/16 inch into the wood, and then this part will be rounded over where your hand goes. I'm working the sides down, leaving like a central ridge down this part, and thinning these edges, not sharp, but just thinned out and rounded over. And the front part will be rounded, and the back part will be rounded, but I did that on my long rifle, and I like the way it turned out. And removing the file marks with some emery cloth. Just the deep file marks out. And then I'll be going on the bucking wheels. So you just gotta go over it all with the emery, and I'll probably go over it with some wet or dry 220. I think this stuff is 110 or something. And that should be ready to go on the buffing wheels. They save a lot of work. I'm filing my trigger guard to shape and locating where I want the retaining screw back here to go through. Trigger guard. And back here I have it rounded off to half its thickness. And I've got this filed where I like this little ridge right down the middle there. And then up here I have a 45-degree chamfer going down to half its thickness. So the chamfer will be above the wood, and back here the rounded part will be above the wood, the rest will be inletted.